At the ripe age of 3 years old, my mom asked me if I wanted to join the swim team. I naively said yes, as if I really had a choice. Unbeknownst to me, I had just sentenced myself to 15 long years of early mornings, dry skin, and matted hair. My swim career began at the Catonsville Y, where I perfected the pencil dive with Mr. Don and swam my first 100-yard IM. In case you're unaware, a 100 is a total of 4 laps. I was disqualified on all 4. When I was 10, I followed my older sister to track. They practiced 4 times a week and even held a Saturday morning workout that my mom would not let me skip. This was the big leagues. My afternoons were now spent running laps around the UMBC campus, getting yelled at by Coach Molly, and coming up with iconic April Fool's pranks. Like that one time where I told all my friends and coaches that I was switching to Eagles. My freshman year of high school, things were going pretty not great. I had a new coach with whom I didn't get along. 2 of my best friends had just switched to Eagles, and at States that year, I had the worst meet of my life. Well, until Sizzler a few weeks ago. I remember sitting in my hotel room between sessions, talking with my mom about other teams that I could look at. I filled out a few interest forms, but none of the other clubs really stick out to me. NBAC was too far, LBA was kind of small, Eagles was way too serious, and HOCO was, To be honest, I really didn't know if I still wanted to swim. I felt like I had lost my love for the sport, and so I took the spring off to play lacrosse. And well, the season turned into a year, and still I just didn't really like swimming. I had all but made up my mind that I was going to quit the sport for good, until one morning, my mom came downstairs and said that the coach at Eagles, Coach Danny, had finally gotten back to her about a tryout. They want you to practice next Wednesday, she said, at 5 in the morning. The last time I was up that early, I was getting ready to go to bed. It was dark out when practice started, and let me tell you, it was dark out when it ended. One thing felt different though, and it was not the 4 a.m. wake up. For the first time in my life, I was swimming on a team. I was training with a group of guys who wanted to be there, who were eager to get better, and were willing to put in the hard work that it took. I was swimming with a group of guys who encouraged, challenged, and pushed each other every day. And believe me when I say that swimming for Coach Ken took all the inspiration you could possibly fathom. You know, if you ask a swimmer about the sport, unless they're B-Rick, chances are they're not going to harbor many positive feelings towards it. They'll be quick to hit you with the negatives. The early mornings, the weekend doubles, the weekday doubles, and all the other memories that they try their very hardest to repress, like going to Tampa, Christmas Eve, getting your head shaved in a hotel room at 1 in the morning. I'll even admit, thanks Langston, when I was younger, I used to throw a fit every time I'd have to go to swim practice. Luckily, I grew out of that this past year. When I look back on my time on Eagles, that's not what I remember. What I remember are the after-practice meals spent at Foundry, THB, the occasional crumble. I remember crowding into the dryland room hearing, "Thank God it's Monday!" and thinking, hey, we're probably not going to swim a whole lot today. I remember the carpool karaoke's with Sammy and Zoe and Michaela going home from practice every day. I remember Max Mislow giving Ryan a black eye the week before States. And that time Coach Ward fake threw up on Dean. I remember watching my friend, Langston, running up and down the side of the pool at States just to cheer for my 4 a.m. I remember almost the entire team cramming together behind every lane at LAC, cheering for every single race. And I remember and thank Caden, Max, Dean, Connor, Kai, and Roger for welcoming me on my first day as an Eagle. These are the memories that make Eagles so great. These are the memories that make Eagles a team. Thank you.